made, and other financial investments, what options are available to you, what is the investment horizon, and how does the risk and return preference of an investor affects the type of investment he or she will be choosing. Now we come to the next topic under the first unit, which is on investment analysis. So, what is investment analysis? You have a choice of multiple investment options before you. When you critically analyze the options you are having on the basis of your risk and return parameters, then this process is known as investment analysis. So, you are evaluating an investment proposal by determining its profitability. Profitability for an investment is always measured in terms of the risk involved and the related expected return. Now, if that proposal is fitting to your investment objectives, it is fitting to what your preferences are in terms of risk, the kind of securities you want to invest in, your time preference, when do you want to convert that security into cash, so how liquid or marketable these securities are. All this together sum totals to give you the proper analysis of the investment you are making. In finance, there are two tools which are used for investment analysis, which we'll be doing at length in the coming up units. Uh, those will be fundamental analysis and technical analysis. Now, fundamental analysis is evaluating the fundamentals of the investment you are making. So, what do you basically do? You try and determine the intrinsic value of the investment. Now, what is intrinsic value? It is actually the ट्रू इनहेरेंट वैल्यू. तो आप कैलकुलेशन करते हो, आप मॉडल्स लगाते हो और आप अपने हिसाब से कैलकुलेट करते हो व्हाट शुड बी द फेयर प्राइस और द ट्रू नेट वर्थ ऑफ द सिक्योरिटी. Now, this intrinsic value, the calculated intrinsic value, is then compared with the market price of the security. So, if you find that the intrinsic value of the security is greater than the market price, will you buy the security or will you sell the security? Anyone? You have calculated a value for the security. When you compare it with the current trading market price, you find that the intrinsic value is higher than the market price. Will you purchase the security or will you want to sell this security? Okay, so this is saying that we should sell. Yes, Karan, do you want to respond? Make a guess.
Yes, ma'am, we should.
We should sell the security. I think he has already gone to sell the security. Rest of you, yes. I'll call out names then. I can also find there are some students who are attending the class for the first time. Okay, so Madhusudan is here. Madhusudan, unmute yourself, switch on your camera.
Yes, ma'am.
Switch on your camera, I can't see you.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, yes. So, what would you do in this case? Would you buy such a security or would you prefer to sell such
Ma'am,
security?
maybe sell it because market price is lower.
So, if market price is lower than the true value, ऐसी security हमें sell कर देनी चाहिए.
No, ma'am, buy करनी चाहिए.
क्यों buy क्यों करनी चाहिए?
Not sure, ma'am.
अच्छा, आपको एक प्रॉपर्टी मिल रही है, एरिया अभी डेवलप्ड नहीं है, but it is close to an approved airport.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
will you buy that security or will you sell it? That property, will you buy or sell?
Ma'am, it is close to airport.
Approved airport, yes.
Ma'am, I'll buy it.
Yes. Why will you buy it?
Ma'am, maybe in future I'll gain more by selling it.
Yes. So that is what intrinsic value is, कि आपने fair value calculate करी, आपको लगा ये जो प्रॉपर्टी है, ये पीस ऑफ लैंड है, आने वाले टाइम में इसकी वैल्यू बढ़ेगी, आज की डेट में इसकी ये वैल्यू है, और अभी मुझे मार्केट प्राइस इसके हिसाब से कम लग रहा है. सो यू आर एक्सपेक्टिंग द वैल्यू ऑफ द सिक्योरिटी टू इंक्रीज इन द फ्यूचर, so such securities will be bought. Yes, Sana, you have also given the correct explanation. Thank you. That the value of the security will go up, and this should be a good investment for the investor, as currently rightly said it is undervalued. Okay, and opposite would be the case when the intrinsic value is lower than the market price, because there the security is overvalued, there will be some correction in the near future, and hence such securities should be sold. So there are number of securities in the market right now which are overvalued. So on Friday, we all have seen the triumph around the Zomato IPO listing. So yes, did you follow this story? Anyone wants to throw some light on the IPO listing? How much was the issue price of the Zomato share? None of you followed this story.
Around 76, the share
76 was the issue price,
yes,
yes.
ma'am. It on when it opened on 23rd, it touched 138, 139, I think.
Okay, and so it ended at 126.
Yes, ma'am. It fell again. I mean, the low of that
Okay,
day was 116,
okay.
and then
So
it
even
closed.
then, the people who were allotted the shares, they would, I believe, have booked profits on the position. So
Yes, ma'am.
55% profit. Yes, anyone is adding something? Okay, so that also landed Zomato in the large listed securities on the exchange. So success story and everything. But there are critics who believe that this security has been overvalued. The true net worth should be around rupees 40. Okay, so such securities, if you are coming across pieces of information and on your analysis, you find that the intrinsic value is lower than the market price, then a correction is bound to happen in the future, and it is best to sell such securities. So this entire analysis is known as fundamental analysis. We'll be doing it practically also. The second tool which is available is investment under investment analysis is technical analysis, which is charting, trying to find out a trend out of the past price movements of the security, and we say that history repeats itself. So if there has been a trend which has been observed in the security prices in the past, it is expected to repeat in the future, and accordingly the investment decision should be made. So that again will be discussed at length later. So the investment analysis, what does it involve? It involves the evaluation of securities on the parameters of risk and return, on basis of your investment horizon, your investment objectives. then such decisions are in some sense irreversible because there is a time value attached to these decisions. So even if you reverse it in the future, there is a cost involved. Your decisions today will determine the future performance of your portfolio, what kind of securities you are including in your portfolio, and investment analysis is done to make it custom ready to suit the investor's needs. So these are the main features or characteristics of investment analysis. Next, we move to the investment process. So, what are the steps in the investment decision making process? First and foremost, you set up an investment policy. Now, here you can be the client or you can be a company which is offering investment services, advisory services to prospective investors. So, the first thing that is done is to set up the investment objectives of the investor. So, example is given in the third point. There may be a target that, okay, the maximum uh, return or the average return, not the maximum return, the average return should be around 15%, but the minimum return acceptable to me should be, say, 1%, 2%, or the maximum loss I am ready to face is, say, a 10% loss. So, in these terms, the investment objective of the investor should be defined. Also, what kind of liquidity is required in the investment opportunities the investor is looking for, that should also be included in the investment policy. Apart from that, the required rate of return, the risk involved, also what kind of tax benefits are being targeted through the investment that should be considered when the investment objectives are being set up. Now, on this basis, an inventory of securities, an inventory of possible investment options are jotted down, are narrowed down. तो रिस्क रिटर्न प्रेफरेंस पे आप डिटरमिन करते हो कि इस इन्वेस्टर को, and if you are doing this entire process for your own investment, then you decide, okay, these are the shares or bonds or mutual funds that are suiting my investment objectives. After that, we analyze and evaluate each investment option. This is the process of investment analysis. तो इसमें आप fundamental analysis use करोगे और आप technical analysis use करोगे to see if you can get hold of securities which are undervalued to buy them and which are overvalued to sell them. So this evaluation is investment analysis. Post that, you form a diversified. So diversification is very important. Don't put all your eggs in a single basket. You spread out your investment so that in totality you are ensured of some return. So if there is loss in one security, it is offset by the possible return in the other securities. So go for a diversified investment portfolio. Again, that involves the stage of portfolio formation. There are three things that need to be addressed: the selectivity, the timing, and diversification. So selectivity is basically micro forecasting. The individual securities, micro forecasting means you are keeping a check on the price movements, you are forecasting the price movements of the individual assets which are summing up your portfolio. Diversification again is spreading out your sum invested in a large number of financial assets to limit the risk. And third is timing. Timing is macro forecasting. So you are seeing how the price movement of your financial asset is moving with respect to fixed income securities. Why am I comparing my price movement with a fixed income security? Because that serves as a benchmark. आप रिस्क फ्री इंटरेस्ट रेट से कंपेयर करते हो कि आपको कितना रिटर्न मिल रहा है अपनी इन्वेस्टमेंट पे. So these three factors are considered, and you on this basis you evaluate the performance of your portfolio, you form a portfolio. And finally the last step is portfolio revision. So portfolio in itself is not a static concept. Over a period of time, my risk return preferences might change, my investment horizon might change. I might find that there are better investment options in the market. So I can bring about a variation in my portfolio, and this is the whole process of portfolio revision. So you are re-evaluating your investment decision in light of the changing circumstances in the market. And finally, once you have narrowed down on the portfolio, you are revising the portfolio at the end of a particular investment period, you evaluate how well have you performed with respect to your investment decisions. So that is the step of measurement and evaluation of portfolio performance. So generally we check our performance, जैसे कि मैनेजमेंट में हम कंट्रोलिंग में करते थे, दैट एक्चुअल परफॉर्मेंस इज कंपेयर्ड टू सम स्टैंडर्ड परफॉर्मेंस. Here our portfolio performance is compared to some benchmark return. So I see, okay, the return on NSC or BSC has been say 20 to 25% in the past 1 year, and this is how much what I have earned from the portfolio I selected. So in this manner, you try to evaluate the performance of your portfolio. Okay, so with this, the first unit of your syllabus is over.